Hi, I'm Kerri Kannan, and thank you for joining me for this video series. I wanted to give you a gift for the Spiritually Raw show, and I wore their colors too, so that you can see what it's like to actually love yourself and what the feeling is of learning to love yourself. Because it's a really, when it comes down to the deeper levels, it's a deep feeling of relaxation and peace and acceptance of yourself exactly as you are. No change necessary. You don't, not when you're thinner or you're prettier or you're richer or whatever happens in your life, okay? It's being able to accept yourself exactly as you are, and then when that happens, then the life that you desire can fall into place, because when you learn to love yourself, you learn to love your life. You can't separate the two. And then the universe just responds accordingly and starts bringing you everything that you desire. So I realized that the audience for Spiritually Raw is a little more adventurous than some, so I figure you might be willing to kind of tap along with me and do this little exercise to help you see what you might be doing to yourself, what other people might be doing to you, what your environment might be doing, and how to release that and allow yourself to just be and be happy. So I'm just going to give you a little demo of what we're going to do, and then we're going to do an experiential exercise, and you're going to see for yourself exactly how it feels to let go of those thoughts really quickly. And later on, if you're interested in more of my work, I'll be flashing a web page on the video, so you can go there to find out more. And if you're interested in learning more, I think I have a few free videos up there as well. So if you went to that website, feel free, and you can just watch those videos and go through those exercises too. The technique I'm going to use today is called EFT. You may or may not have heard of it. It's Emotional Freedom Techniques, and I use that in conjunction with my own foundational work. So it creates a really powerful, impactful way of helping you to identify and release everything that's going on in your life. If you're not familiar with that, follow along with me and watch where I'm showing you that the points are. The first point is an anchor point, and it's on the side of your hand, on the fleshy part of the hand, and it's the karate chop point. And you just tap that with 3 or 4 fingers, and you'll state an affirmation, okay? And I'll go through that in a minute. The next point is right at the beginning of your eyebrow, not above your eye, not over your eyebrow, at the beginning of your eyebrow where your eyebrow meets your nose, and we tap that with 2 fingers, okay? You're touching the eyebrow and the nose at the same time. The next point is in the corner of the eye on the bone, right in the corner on the bone there. Touch that, you tap that with 2 fingers. The next point is below the eye on the bone, sort of where that really soft skin is there. And you don't have to tap hard, you just tap. You don't have to tap hard at all. Don't hurt yourself, please. The next part is underneath your nose, in that little line between your nose and your lip. The next part is the little indentation underneath your lip. The next part is you have your hollow in your neck here, and then right next to the hollow in your neck starts your collarbone. Now if you were to go, if somebody were to go like this to you and hit you kind of in the collarbone, they wouldn't go above it, they would go right at the front. So, and that is your pressure point that we're going to work on. If you feel with like your 2 fingers right there at the beginning of where your collarbone starts, you'll feel like an indentation there. And that's where you tap. Okay? Then the next point is underneath your arm, kind of in alignment with your bra line or your nipple, if you're a guy. And what we do is you can work on one side or the other side, it doesn't really matter. You can switch sides, alternate sides. And you tap about 5 to 7 times in each point. Okay, as you're saying the affirmation. It could be more, it could be 20 times if you want. But you just want to tap a few times in each point while you're saying the affirmation, while you're keeping that thought in your mind. Okay? Now today, I decided to work on not enoughness, because there's a lot of that going around. Specifically with the economy, not enough money, not enough happiness, not enough free time, not enough peace. And I figured that was a really great one to start on, because a lot of us have not enoughness going on in there. And the way I see the world is everything that goes on out there is a reflection of what's going on in here. And if I can release this, then that will all change. So I'm going to help you through that process, okay? But first we're just going to work on worldly not enough, and then we're going to go deeper and deeper. Tapping on the karate chop point, we're going to do this 3 times. Even though there's just not enough, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though there's just not enough. And repeat after me. I deeply and completely accept myself. Don't forget to repeat after me because you need to say it. Then that sends the vibration out into the universe and it lets you let it go. Even though there's just not enough, I deeply and completely accept myself. And say it out loud too. There's not enough. There's just not enough. There's not enough money. There's not enough love. There's not enough peace. There's not enough happiness. There's not enough compassion. And I accept myself anyway. Tapping on the top of the head. And on the top of the head, you can just kind of go all over, kind of in a circle. Okay, take a deep breath. Now, when we started, you had an intensity of not enoughness, most likely, because most of us do. And when you went through that tapping session, if it didn't go down at all, perhaps you started at like a 7, 8, 9, 10. If it didn't go down to at least a 3 on a scale of 1 to 10, go through that session again, okay? And we're going to go a little bit deeper this time. So if you need to go back and do that right now. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the next portion. And it kind of gets a little bit more personal, and which is great because that's where all of our stuff is. We internalize everything in our world and we see it as a reflection of ourselves. So I'm going to help you kind of loosen that reflection up a little bit, okay? Even though they told me that I'm just not enough, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though they told me I'm not enough, and I believed it, I accept myself anyway. Even though they led me to believe that I'm just not enough, I accept myself anyway. Okay, now tap through the points with me. They told me I wasn't enough, and I believed them. They told me I wasn't enough, but maybe they were wrong. They made me feel like I wasn't enough, but maybe they felt like they weren't enough. Maybe I'm okay exactly as I am. I'm going to choose to let this go now. Okay, take a deep breath. On a scale of 1 to 10, measure your not enoughness with feeling like other people made you feel that way about yourself and how you feel now. If it was a 7, 8, 9, or 10 before and it hasn't gone down to at least a 3 or a 2, I would go through that segment again. Okay? Now we're going to get even a little bit more personal. And I know that you're brave because you're watching Spiritually Raw, so just hang with me, okay? And this is how we kind of get spiritually naked together and let our stuff out so that we can be free. So this is going to be even more personal. And tap along with me and please say the affirmations out loud. Even though I'm just not enough, I deeply and completely accept myself. I'm not thin enough. I'm not attractive enough. I don't make enough money. I'm not good enough. I'm not lovable enough. I'm going to choose to accept myself anyway. Even though I'm just not enough, I deeply and completely accept myself. I'm not enough. I'm not attractive enough. I'm not rich enough. I'm not thin enough. I'm not happy enough. I'm not loved enough. And there's just not enough. I'm going to choose to accept myself anyway. Deep breath. So on a scale of 1 to 10, hopefully you went down. If you didn't, go back and watch that segment again, okay? And then we're going to get to the good stuff. So once you get down to about a 2 or a 3, we're going to start working on some positive affirmations and let you see what it really feels like to really start loving yourself. Okay? Okay, now we get to the good stuff. And this is the part you're really going to like. So, in order to, now that we've lessened to a great degree our not enoughness, you should feel smooth and relaxed and just at peace with yourself. And if you don't, go back and do the other portions, because now we're going to really bump up the intensity on this, and when we do that, you're going to feel really alive. But if you do this too prematurely, then it causes a lot more friction and tension, and the challenge feels even bigger and more insurmountable. So if you're not feeling loose and free, then you want to kind of go back and go through those exercises again. But here's the good stuff. You ready? Even though I have believed in the past that I was not enough, obviously I'm awesome. Even though I've believed in the past that there just wasn't enough, I was most likely wrong. Even though I've believed in the past that I just wasn't enough, I love myself. I love myself. I was wrong. They were wrong. There is definitely enough of me. I am lovable enough. I am great enough. I am creative enough. I am attractive enough. I'm willing to believe that now. I'm willing to believe that I'm enough. I'm willing to believe that I was wrong. I'm willing to believe that I am lovable, because I am. I am as great as anyone else. Only my stuff has gotten in the way. And I'm okay with that. Without all of those experiences, I would not be who I am now. And I love myself. I'm friggin' awesome. I'm amazing. If I weren't amazing, I wouldn't be here. I have a great purpose. And I'm going to live it. I might not know what it is yet, but it's all mine. I am the only one that can fulfill this purpose. And I am enough. I don't need anything else. All I need is me. Because I am valuable. And I am worthy. And I am so much more than enough. I am brilliant. I am amazing. I love myself. And other people love me too. I radiate magnificence. And the entire universe agrees. And everybody in it. Okay, take a deep breath. Now, you should be feeling pretty awesome by now. If not, go back and do that one again, okay? And if you'd like more information on what I do, there's the website right there, love2beme.com, love with a number 2, and be me spelled out.com, love2beme.com, and you can get, there are more videos there. You have to opt in the opt-in box, and then there are 2 more videos that show you other ways of really getting in touch with yourself. There's a meditation in there, and there's also another release technique if tapping feels a little weird for you right now. But do that, and then if you're interested later on, you can participate in other things. Good luck, happy tapping, and thank you so much for joining me. Take care.